Good afternoon. Well, here I am in Great Langdale car park, National Trust car park. I've just parked up, peed it down all the way here. It's just light rain now, but it's constant. It is supposed to dry up a little bit later as I head up to the tops. And you can see there's not much of a view anyway. This is what I'd call typical Lake District weather. But all good fun. Got my new waterproof on, so I should be seeing if I get lost. So I shall leave it there for now, and hopefully check in. I don't think there'll be many pictures on this video, but with a bit of luck there'll be some, well, I should imagine plenty of waterfalls. So watch this space and I'll catch up in a bit. So I was going to bring my waterproof trousers today, and I thought it's pretty warm to me. It's not cold, it's about, I don't know, 15-16 degrees. So I thought I'll wear my lightweight pants instead, because they're a bit like crepe paper, and as soon as they get wet they dry out, so less weight into it, less aggro. So if you've seen some of my other videos you might recognise I've been here before, but you probably won't recognise it from the views because they're all in clouds. So you've got all up there. It looks great, but yeah, certainly not going to get any views from the tops of any of these mountains tonight. Although, like I say, if I am to believe the forecast I went by, which is a mountain forecast for Great End, which is where I'm heading, it does say it's going to clear up by about 9 or 10 o'clock, and tomorrow's going to be super clear. So I'm really hoping, I may be really hoping a bit beyond belief here, but I'm really hoping to actually get a sunrise tomorrow. I think I looked out last week, had the best camp yet, so this could be the complete opposite. But I'm nice and dry, it's not cold, it's supposed to be a bit windy up the tops, but okay, once I get my tent up, get in, not bothered. So see you in a bit. This little puddle here, usually a little babbling brook, and you can see the steps it comes down, but it's usually just trickling down. So I'm guessing it's going to get a lot wetter as I get higher up, unfortunately. Marvellous. That, lovely views. I think that is the Pike of Stickle. I could be wrong. If it's nice tomorrow, I might going to get the top of there so I can bag that one. I was going to bag the Pike of Blisco on the way up, which I think is, well, I think you can see it. But if it's like this, I'll wait till tomorrow, assuming tomorrow's dry, because the less time I'm out in the rain, the better today, because I don't think anybody would be averse to me putting the tent up a little bit early tonight so that I get some shelter. So, mind you, I doubt there'll be many people up there, to be honest, by the time I get up there, because I've seen a few walkers, but who's out walking at this time of the day in this bloody weather? It's supposed to be light showers. Now, it's not the heaviest rain ever, but it's certainly not light, and it's not a shower, so I'm pretty sure it's setting. You can tell by the clouds it's going to be here for a while, so definitely pitching in the fog tonight, I think. I don't know if you can hear over the sound of the rain and the wind. Last time I was on these steps was about 5 weeks ago. About 9 o'clock in the morning, it was like 24 degrees and I was roasting, just stripped down to my shorts. This is quite the absolute opposite of what it's like. I mean, look at all this water everywhere. Half of these waterfalls aren't normally there, and that's normally just a trickle. Even the part of the path's turned into a stream. Yeah. Hoping, because all the water's coming downwards, that means it'll be nice and dry on the tops. Or it could be floating away through the night. Well, call me crazy, but you just look over there, it's definitely brightening up, it's heading my way, so I may yet be putting the tent up in the dry, but I'm not holding my breath. it's getting a bit windy up here as well, so could be a challenge. Getting the tent up as quick as I can whilst not getting any wetter and not blowing away. So people say, you know, you're on top of mountains, you must be mad. I think in the last video I said, yeah, maybe. Generally I'd say no, I'm probably not mad, it's just enjoyable. Today I'm mad, I'm not quite sure why I've come out in this, but I wasn't going to do. But next weekend, or my next weekend, free from work, is bank holiday weekend. No way do I want to be hitting the lakes on a bank holiday weekend. It's bad enough with all the dickheads about us, excuse my French, as it is. But on a weekend, you know, bank holiday weekend, now Benidorm's closed. Yeah, I'm a snob, I know. All the idiots come to the lakes and just dump the shit everywhere. So I don't want to be involved in that and get tired of the same brush. I've already been tired of the same brush by a lot of newspapers. So anyway, that's enough of me ranting and raving. So onwards we go. I don't know if you can hear me, but I decided to add Pike of Blisco onto my list today instead of tomorrow. It stopped raining, so I thought, sod it, I'll shoot up while it's fine. And you can see why I've done it. I mean, look at these amazing views. In fairness, on a good day I bet you got an amazing view because you're really high up here. This is a Pike of Blisco, 710 metres I believe. Not particularly high, but it's bloody windy and bloody cold up here. So I shall make a hasty retreat and head to my original destination. Fell out my finger. I got a poorly finger. I had to put a plaster on that when I stopped. I'll sort it out later. See you in a bit. So maybe I'm officially getting old, I guess. Just got to the part of this mountain they call Bad Step. I've done it before in the dry sunshine, and it's not hard, but it's quite a climb, and it's hence the name the Bad Step. But I got right up to it today, and I was like, should I? I've got like 2 stone on my back and weight, pissing down, it's windy, it's a lot riskier than last time, and I'm on a mountain in the middle of nowhere. No one's going to find me this time of day, so I actually decided against doing it. Yeah, I can't believe it myself either. Must be getting old, or sensible, or a bit of both. But I nearly did it. I just weighed up the pros and cons, decided the cons outweighed the pros, and freezing my ass off on a mountain for 24 hours until mountain rescue can find me just doesn't really appeal. So there you go, I must be getting old. Right, sorry for the lack of checking in, but I'm in the tent, and to be honest with you, it was getting to the point where the weather was so bad, it's taken me a lot longer to get where I wanted to go. So I've not even made it to Great End, which is where I was hoping to camp, simply because the weather has slowed me down considerably. I think I underestimated how bad the weather was. The fog has been appalling. I've just really struggled to see a few feet in front of me, so that's really, you know, I kept losing the path and then picking it up and losing it, and so that's put a bit of time on. And I've eventually just had to camp like as soon as I found some grass, because it was getting very dark very quickly, and I thought, I don't want to, because it's really craggy up here and it's quite rocky and there's not very good paths, and I've got a torch and everything, a head torch, but I didn't want to be really risking breaking my neck. So I just thought, it was getting really dark, and I thought, shit, let's just get my tent up. So I've just sort of thrown it up rather quickly because it was windy, raining, peeing it down, horrible. So hopefully, I mean, the wind's dropped quite a bit now, still raining a bit. Hopefully, I'm so tired, I don't know if I can be asked to anything to eat, so I might just make something to eat and then go to bed, because I'm just knackered. It's been a really hard, it's only been about 7 or 8 miles, but it's just been a really hard slog in this weather, because it's a hard walk anyway, because footpaths are rocks and stones, and so it's been quite hard. But yeah, the weather and the wind and rain has just made it a lot more challenging, so I'm absolutely shattered. I didn't sleep very well last night either, so I'm going to make some hot chocolate, make me tea, and then get my head down, because hopefully I'll sleep tonight. Just hopefully my trousers will dry off by tomorrow morning, otherwise I'll be putting wet pants on. But forecast is good for tomorrow, so fingers crossed. I shall wake up to, even if it's not a sunrise, if it's dry and warm, I can live with that. So, if I don't see you before, I'm probably going to bid you good night. Sorry for the short one, but I'm just not feeling it. See you later. Good morning. It's 6:30 and I'm up. Set alarm for 5 o'clock to watch the sunrise, but stuck my head out at 10 at 5 o'clock and it was very, very foggy and horrible. So no sunrise and the forecast is obviously way out. So I've had a bit more of a snooze and it's now 6:30, so I'm going to get up and have a bit of breakfast. And depending on how wet the kit is I have to put back on will depend on whether I bother going to Great End and Ilkrag, or whether I decide to save them for another day. Because if it's cold out there and I'm putting wet kit on, it could be a bit unpleasant. So I'll make some breakfast, assess the situation after that, and come back to you shortly. So that's me all packed down. As you can see, wasn't the flattest of pitches, but if you look around here, I didn't have a right lot of choice. It was the nearest to flat I could find, and that's the path. I shouldn't have normally I wouldn't go anywhere near the path when I set up tent, but to be honest, I didn't even know I was near the path last night. It was that misty and dark. I just wanted to find somewhere before it was too late to put my tent up. So no trace, bit of flat grass, plenty of not horse poo, what is that? Sheep poo all around my tent. They obviously paid me a visit through the night. It's everywhere. So yeah, you can see where I slept, nice and flat. But other than that, no trace at all. I dread to think it's going to look a bit like next bank holiday weekend, but hey ho, we can but keep our fingers crossed. Sorry, I don't mean to lecture, but anyway, I won't go on. I shall see you. I think I'm going to give a wander up to Great End, even though I said I wasn't going to do, and then I might go back via the Stickle of Pike, or Pike of Stickle. So yeah, because it seems to be dry. It's cloudy, but it's not rain cloud, it's just cloud. Sun's out, just you can just see it over there, maybe. Yeah, so the sun is out. So I'm gonna head up to Great End and Ilkrag, and then shoot over to Pike of Stickle, and then back to the car. So Lord knows how long that'll take, because I'm kind of winging it. Catch you in a bit. Okay, here I'm at Great Man, 910 metres high. It's the 8th highest mountain in England. I was going to do Ilkrag to tick off another one. That would mean I'd done 9, but just realised after checking the map I've already done it when I did Scarfell Pike a few weeks ago. So I've only got one more to go to get my top 10, and that's Skiddaw. So I'll probably find some time to do that before the end of summer, hopefully, and then start working down into the next 10, which is, well, I've done quite a few of them already, but they're not as high, but still some pretty high ones out there. And then on to Scotland in about 4 weeks. Hopefully I'll knock off a couple of the UK's highest mountains there. Ben Nevis definitely, and maybe a couple of others. So I have to say I made the right decision last night to camp where I did, because it's taken me 35 minutes to get here in daylight with reasonable visibility. It would have taken me a good hour last night, based on how bad the weather was, the visibility, the rain, etc. And it's quite a treacherous path really, so putting my life at risk really, so not worth it. So last night wasn't the best camp as far as pitch is concerned, but I can't, not the flattest, but I can't grumble. Had a good night's sleep. The wind was howling, the tent was giving a bit of a shake, but it was fine, and it peed it down until about 1 in the morning, really heavily. But seems like it's dry today, and I might get away with it until I get back to the car. So next, check in probably the Pike of Blisco. Not Pike of Blisco, what am I talking about? It's Pike of Stickle, with a bit of luck. Don't know if you heard any of that. See you in a bit. pointy thing just through the clouds, if you can see it. That is a pike of stickle, and that's where I'm heading. Unfortunately, I can't head straight across, so I've got to go all that way and right round. It's not far, I don't think. Well, I think the map says about 1.25 miles from here, so we'll see. And then it's all downhill to the car down there somewhere. So hopefully, I don't know, maybe another couple of hours, if that. Maybe a bit sooner. All depends on how steep it is and how muddy it is. And this all, for so long now, it's just been bogs. It's horrible. It's not too bad, but every footpath's wet through, and all the actual grass is just mud and sogginess. And my feet are so, well, my feet were wet when I put my shoes on this morning, but they're wet again already. Oh, there you go. It's come out a bit. So you're not getting much views, but every so often when the wind blows clouds out of the way, you get a bit of something. So I've not got many pictures because of the, well, there you go, and it's gone again. So I'm not getting many pictures today or yesterday because of this, because it's not particularly cold, just fairly mild. But yeah, not getting many pictures because it's just too much cloud. There you go, completely gone. So I'm not expecting to get particularly good views up there, but hey ho. Well, at the moment it looks like it's clearing up for a little bit. Got some lovely views over there, but the way the wind's going and the way the clouds are moving around, you see up there, it just keeps coming and going really quickly. But I'm heading up and over the top there, so if it's clear when I get to the top, I get some fantastic views. You see all that cloud over there? That's where I've come from, just top of that there. So it's a bit of a trek. To be honest with you, I'm knackered. Decent night's sleep, but I'm just, I didn't realise it was so far. Well, I sort of did, but I didn't think it would be so bad. But anyway, it is what it is. Power through. So this is Pike of Blisco, 710 metres, not one of the highest ones I've ever done. It's not even in my top 20, I don't think, but I would say cracking views, but obviously this weather's got other ideas. It's a shame because it's a really good viewpoint up here, but at the moment you can see bugger all. Still, it's another one to tick off. Back down to the car now, I reckon. Well, it's time for my back at the car video, but as you'll see from the video, I'm not in the car. Long story short, I got back to the car. I was going to have a brew, sit in the boot, and not in the boot, you know, sit on the lip of the boot and cook up a brew, have a packet of Jaffa cakes, but the car park was so rammed, somebody was basically waiting to get in the space. It was like bloody IKEA on a Sunday morning, and this woman, just as I was packing the car up, she went, "Are you leaving soon?" I was like, yes, because I thought, yeah, I just couldn't be asked with an argument, to be honest with you. I didn't want to say, well, no, actually, I'm just going to sit in here and have a brew while everybody else is queuing for a parking spot. So anyway, enough of that. So today, yeah, yesterday's camp, absolutely awesome, loved it, as always. I would have rather not been wet as I was on the first day, and it made the tent, generally sleeping conditions, a little bit damp because there's only so much wet kit you can store in a tent and dry in a tent. Got a little washing line that I put up, dried my trousers more or less, so they were only slightly damp next day. Undies were slightly damp as well, so not brilliant, but yeah, a really enjoyable experience as they all are.
The only thing I would have done differently, really, is not done Pike of Blisco first, because that put about an hour on my journey, which meant I had to cut my summit to Great End short and just pitch the tent up anywhere because of the bad weather and the dark. So I didn't get a chance to initially pitch where I wanted to pitch. Other than that, yeah, can't really fault it. Weather's crap and, you know, people think I'm mad, but I really enjoyed it. If you haven't done so already, I'd be really grateful if you liked and subscribed to my channel. And if you're on Facebook, I'm on Facebook as Rob's Adventures. I'd also really appreciate if you shared any of my videos on Facebook, just to kind of spread the word. As I said before, don't get paid for it, but I enjoy doing it, and I'd like to share it with more people. And if I can encourage more people to get outdoors and enjoy themselves, then all the better. Beats being sat in front of the telly 24 hours a day like some people. So, on that note, I'll say thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.